Thank you. I met Steve at a bowling center in Fountain Valley, California because I was bowling the league there. Our son Adam started bowling at 6 on leagues with neighbors and bowled at Clackamas High School. We are a bowling family. We've had the opportunity to see a lot of the country because of bowling, nationals in Niagara Falls, our honeymoon, Florida, Wisconsin, Oklahoma, to just name a few. Steve loves bowling most of the time. He likes teaching and coaching it because he wants everybody to enjoy it. And he is passionate about promoting bowling. Adam and I, family and friends, are so proud of him. And it is my pleasure to introduce one of this year's inductees to the Greater Portland GPUSBC Hall of Fame, Steve Kiss.
Oh boy, here come the nerves. First of all, I want to welcome everybody coming out here and joining us in this grand celebration from the induction ceremony to join some of the greatest bowlers in the history of Portland. I also want to congratulate the fellow inductees, Jason and Bob and Dave and Richard and Bob. Pat, I'm sorry, there you go. I got glasses, I might need them. Anyways, bowling has been a major part of my life for over 60 years now, not to date myself. Starting out with opening that Christmas present back when I was about 5 years old. It was a set of plastic pins and 2 bowling balls, and everybody's probably had those himself, and that kind of got me started in bowling. So I became a pin setter. I threw the ball all over the place, but it was something I really had some passion for, and it's something I wanted to do. In 1962, we moved from Kalamazoo, Michigan to Anaheim, California, and that's where the passion for bowling really started for me. I lived, as it turned out, about a short bike ride from Wonder Bowl to Anaheim, and that kind of became my second home as I learned how to keep score. I developed some good math skills by keeping score. I got all the secondhand smoke anybody could ever ask for while keeping score. And I made that $2. It was a quarter bowler for 8 bowlers, so added up, it's $2 that I made every night. And you could bet that after school, I was on that bike going back to the bowling center to do some open bowling and spend that $2 that I made the night before, and then bowling my leagues on Saturday. So that's where it all started. And then a few years later, we moved across town and turned out to be a short walk away from Lynbrook Bowl on Lincoln and Brookhurst in Anaheim. And at age 12, my team, it was 3 boys and 2 girls, joined together. We bowled a series that ended up being the AJBC Nations High for the year of 1965. So that's kind of where the competitive juices kind of got going. That's where I really wanted to continue and bowl as best I could. My bowling dream, starting at that time, and was always to bowl for Team USA and represent the United States in some kind of international competition. And that was always a pipe dream until 1986, when the ABC Team USA program was started. That kind of lit the spark and kind of got me going, and that I finally got an opportunity to live my dream. So in 1986, I got really serious into bowling. I bowled a lot, I practiced a lot, I did everything I could to get better. And the first step in that qualification was to qualify through what would be the city tournament. It was the Orange County tournament down there. I qualified there. They had a county roll-off for all the people that qualified there. I won that, so that took me over to the state tournament, and that's kind of where the dream crashed. But that was not the end of it. That was just a motivator, and it got me more determined to live the dream. So 1987, same thing, only this time I went to the state, I won the qualifier, I went to the regional, and I got second in the regional, which qualified me to go to the nationals. That was in Detroit, Michigan. In 1987, I qualified there and made the match play. I finished 17th, and while I was proud of that achievement, it still was not enough to make Team USA because they only take the top 6 bowlers out of that tournament. So there again, dream crashed, but not done. 1988 brought on the same scenario, and there again, I qualified, went all the way to the Nationals in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Once again, I made it to the match play finals. Did not make the top 6, so once again, the dream was kind of put aside again. But the bonus here was the top 24 men and women that made match play in Milwaukee got to bowl in what was called the Olympic Festival. That was basically the Olympics for all athletes, all Olympic athletes in the non-Olympic years. And that was in Oklahoma. It was the most amazing thing I'd ever been a part of. With 70,000 people filling the stadium at the University of Oklahoma for the opening ceremonies. There was a big flyover with jets, all the athletes, and these are all the athletes, track and field, basketball, wrestling, baseball. Bowlers were actually a part of this program, and it was, still gives me chills today to even think about it. So, marched out on the field. We got to stay in the dorms at the University of Oklahoma. Got to eat with all the athletes down in the commissary, and it was just a fantastic experience. Part of the Olympics, they had a bowling festival in Midwest City, Oklahoma, and an amazing event in that the town took us in like we were family. They had a carnival there, they had rides, they had all kinds of different events and all kinds of different people there. And this felt so special at that time. Fortunately, I was on a team that won a U.S. Olympic gold medal at that event. In 1994, once again, the dream was revived of becoming part of Team USA as I qualified for the World Cup finals, which were in Kansas City. It was then that I met Steve Mackey, the AMF regional manager for the West, who was running the tournament. After our initial meeting and spending some time together, and after a few interviews, I was thrilled when chosen to be the new district manager for AMF for the Portland area. This provided us with a life-changing opportunity to relocate our family to the state of Oregon. Moving on, in 2012, the opportunity to make my lifelong dream come true came after attending the USBC convention in Dallas as a delegate for the Oregon State USBC. One of the many benefits of attending the convention included the opportunity to attend the International Training Center, where bowling lessons were offered with some of the best coaches in the world in Rod Ross, Brian O'Keefe, and Kim Terrell-Kearney. Part of that session included an evaluation with the new, at the time, CATS program, where they measure everything about your game as far as accuracy, consistency, speed of the ball off the hand, entry angle, all those different things. So that really opened my eyes, and it gave me an opportunity to evaluate that and look at what I needed to, or what I could improve on. Following that lesson, I asked Team USA head coach Rod Ross, were there any opportunities to represent Team USA for seniors? And he mentioned the upcoming Tournament of the Americas, which is being held in Fort Lauderdale, Florida in July. After sharing my interest with Rod, he suggested I fill out an application, send him my resume in, and in hopes of keeping that dream alive, I immediately sent that information in. About a month later, I got the call, and finally achieved my dream of making Team USA. The event that I attended was, again, the Tournament of Americas. There was 20 different countries from North, South, and Central America. And the most amazing thing about this is when we bowl, we can always communicate with each other and talk to each other. Here, you've got, not everybody can communicate because you speak different languages. So the neat part about it was you could still see the smile on people's faces. You could clap hands and change elbows, whatever you're going to do. And you could just see what a great event was and how proud everybody was to be there to represent their country. USBC coach, gold medal coach Brian O'Keefe was our head coach at this event, and he led our senior team to the team and team all events gold medals. I also teamed up to strike gold in the men's doubles and a silver in mixed doubles. While nothing has ever come easy for me, I'm a firm believer that through hard work and dedication, anyone's dreams truly can come true. The best thing that ever happened to bowling for me was meeting my wife, my best friend, and the love of my life, my wife Peggy. We have 38 years together now, and I wouldn't trade it for anything, and I'm all in for 38 more years, if we can pull that off. She's a wonderful mother to our son Adam, who's sitting next to him. A great wife to me, and anybody that can stand by a competitive bowler that has her ups and downs. She's been there with me, supporting me all the way, so can't put a price on that. As for our son Adam, we couldn't be any more proud of the young man that he has become. While he's not bowling now, he was a bowler, and he's actually a gold medal winner at the State Games of Oregon in 1998 at the age of 8. So that kind of kicked off the gold portion right there. Through bowling in Portland, I've met a lot of great people, made friendships, and feel so grateful to be part of the GPUSBC Portland bowling community. I have so many people to thank that are a big part of why I'm here today. I want to put out special thanks to our great friends and neighbors of 25 years. We have Mark and Janice, and it is their 39th anniversary today, and here they are. Now that's when I call it friends. Also, Ken and Cheryl Parcher are longtime neighbors. Ken is a fellow bowler. He bowls with Peggy and I in our league at Kingpins on Thursday. We're all seniors now, we're all retired, so life is good, and we get to bowl at Kingpins. I also wanted to send out thanks to the Houston family, who were very welcoming when I first moved here. I bowled leagues there. They were very generous in allowing me to practice and to try to get better. Dave helped me with some of the lessons that I had to become a better bowler. Also thanks to Richard Laurie. He's been my ball driller for 15 years, and I got to be the pickiest customer he's ever dealt with, so I give him a lot of credit for that. Also special thanks to Ed Blakay, who one day questioned, well, when I was down practice, he says, "Why aren't you in the Hall of Fame?" And I said, "I don't know. How do I get in the Hall of Fame?" He proceeded to step up and nominated me to get into the Greater Portland USBC, so I hold out to him. He's a wonderful human being, one of the nicest guys I've ever met, and I'm sure he's resting in peace. But thank you, Ed. Also thanks to Larry Schwab. He is the one that basically picked up the pieces when Ed couldn't, in making sure that the application was processed and that I was nominated for this position. Also thanks to the Greater Portland USBC and to the Hall of Fame Committee for considering me and my application and making their decision to induct me into this Hall of Fame. I'm so humbled and grateful and honored for this lifetime achievement. In closing, thank you all for being here today and for all your involvement in our great lifetime sport. Here's hoping your dreams come true also, and the next game is your best game ever.
Us too.